Well, hello, my beautiful Aries. Welcome to my channel. This is Baba Jolie here with your monthly reading for February 2024. I've already cleansed your space and I've meditated on your cards. For those of you who are returning, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for all your wonderful likes, shares, and subscribes. I am truly grateful for all your beautiful energy. Just a little reminder though, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one reading, just so you're aware. Also, please be mindful, scammers are about pretending to be me and lots of other tarot readers. I do not do personal readings. I do not take your money, e-gifts, donations. I'm not on Facebook, WhatsApp, PayPal, Telegram, or Patreon. I will never ask you for your credit card details. I will never ask for personal details. And I'll also never give you a cell phone number to call. So if anyone masquerading as me asks for anything at all, please report them or ignore them. It is a scam, okay? Let's move straight on with your reading. I'm going to cleanse your space hourly, so please be mindful there's going to be 3 loud sounds. Let us begin. Okay, my beautiful Aries, this is your monthly reading for February. I do want to apologize for the delay in getting this reading to you all. My friend was really unwell, so I went to check in on them and make sure they got back to best. So I went to help out, and I wasn't in my usual space, so I basically was a little bit delayed in getting the readings out to you all. So I do apologize, but I'm back in my usual environment and here we are. And it was totally worth it because now they're so much better and on the mend. So let's move on with your reading, my beautiful Aries. February, of course, is here already. Can't believe it. Things are going by so quickly, but it is going to be a bit of a roller coaster in terms of energy. Now, we do have all planets direct this month, okay, which means you'll have energy to be full steam ahead on all of your projects and plans. And of course, the full moon is also in the sign of Virgo, which means you'll cast a critical eye on all that needs to be done to get organized and make things happen on your terms. Also, we have a super new moon in Aquarius, which sees you feel more inclined to be sociable and really combine all those elements for balance to be in the flow of focusing on all of your tasks, money, and budget related endeavors, as well as planning strategies for the future, because this month is to allow your vision of your future to guide you and implement the necessary steps to make life happen for you. Now, of course, mid-month, Mars adds extra fire to the mix, and you are governed by Mars, my beautiful Aries. So a very passionate time for you. You're going to be very creative there, but also you're going to have extra energy. It enhances ambition and determination, but you could also see a clash of personalities or a little bit of pressure there as well, because Mars energy, as it fires up, it can make people a little bit tense or argumentative. Now, this doesn't have to be on a personal level. It could be that you witness road rage, or you see people on the subway being extra critical of each other. Maybe there could be some pressure going on at work. It'll last for about 5-6 days, but it will pass is what I see there. So I feel it's important to recognize that as well. Now, of course, on a global scale, there will be more shocks and clashes as Pluto continues to unearth hidden agendas and power plays that affect us all globally. Mars is direct, and it will be direct right up until December. That's a long time. So it can fuel the path to fiery clashes globally. And as Pluto is in Aquarius for the foreseeable future, it could entail us all being roped into a global conflict. However, I do want you to all realize that there are some very powerful energies that are positive at play as well, because this period is where more power is given to the people. You can already see that in certain uprisings in different places where people are campaigning for their rights. But this is a time where people stand strong together in a powerful force against any negative narratives that are in play. So this is an energy of not complying with something if you don't believe in it, okay? So there are some positive energies to tap into. And I want to recognize that, of course, I'm aware of what goes on globally around the world, and I can feel the collective being a little bit anxious about world events. But I do want to protect the sanctity of this channel to focus a little bit more on your own personal development and growth, not ignoring what's going on, but I really want you to elevate and thrive and utilize any sort of messages that come out there for your personal gain, or to warn you against anything perhaps that you need to be aware of there as well. So I'm thinking about doing a secondary channel to utilize my scrying skills to see what visions I can see, and if they apply to anything in the future. I mean, we can decode them together, but it may be worth doing that instead of, incorporating them in these readings, because I do want to keep it separate, or protect the sanctity of these readings so that they can aid you in a personal way. But my guides did give me something which was very important, and they gave me that this is a time where there's a lot of clickbait and provocative rhetoric, which is designed to keep you in a low vibrational fear. Do not attach yourselves to it. It can stifle your motivation to make progress in your personal growth and development, as well as your plans to elevate. So they were giving me an image of 2 plants being put in like a gallery or museum, and each plant is nurtured in the same way, same amount of light source, same water, same food substance, and they had only one difference, which was people who visited the gallery, for one plant, people had to go up to it and say really wonderful things. It was an experiment, okay? And that plant really thrived. And the other plant, they asked people to come in and say some really horrible, nasty things, and shout expletives at it as well. And that plant, pretty quickly, within a couple of weeks, it started to die, okay? So what that experiment kind of proved is that, the energy that we project, it actually changes our external environment. And, sometimes when we are given this sort of environment of fear that affects us, then of course we can perpetuate that cycle by allowing it to emanate from us as well. Easier said than done, I know, I totally know that. But I want you to be aware, protecting your vibrations against things like clickbait. And I'm only mentioning it because, I could feel the energy. You got the World card there as well. So you are an empath and you're a very passionate human being. So, also you're keeping an eye on things like everybody else. But I want you to be aware that there are some really positive energies at play to counterbalance all the negativity that's going on there as well, okay? Now also, February on a personal level is actually really positive. It occurs in a leap year, and it's a very powerful omen of delivering extra luck to your personal path. So, it also delivers an extra day, keeping all the seasons regulated and everything in natural order. And of course, we have Valentine's Day on the 14th. It heralds the day of love, even though I always say this, it's very commercialized, and every day should be a day of love, really. But unfortunately, we've just assigned one day for the year to it. And some may see like a declaration of love and romance from your nearest and dearest. Also, this is a prime time for exes to try to reach out. So there's a potential of hearing from somebody from your past trying to reconnect. Also, singles looking for love have a very strong potential to connect to someone new this month as well. But we'll tap into that when we get there. Also, I'll be doing like a singles reading, which is a little bit more in-depth look at who's coming your way. I'll do that straight after this reading. Chiron is super active this month also. It's referred to as both the wounded healer. So you'll be in a deep healing period and channeling that inner strength into new projects or endeavors that sees you turn pain to gain. Chiron actually approaches the moon's north node this month as well, which encourages you to embrace your individuality, shine your unique light, and you may even launch like a new lifestyle choice or a new look or a new approach to something that you already do right now, because you truly are magnetic during this period. And I see that you're attracting a lot of opportunities. But your first card there is a Tower, and this is your protagonist energy. I mean, I'm not surprised to see this card because it is an Aries Scorpio card, and, Mars heavily governs this card, okay? So I feel you're using that passion to restructure your life in some way, or to rebuild, or maybe even to restructure in some way where you are trying to change things from the ground up. I definitely see that you're like letting anything that's not stable in your life fall away and really get rid of anything that perhaps doesn't serve you any longer. When you get the Tower card on a more localized scale, it can be that you are rearranging your home in some way, or decluttering the home space, things that you've held on to for such a long time. You think, you know what, I'm always going to use those 2 million leads, electrical leads that I never use. I'm going to use those one day. I better keep them, safeguard them, just in case one day I go, I need one of those leads. And you may be looking at them now like, oh my God, there's so many of them and I've never used them and it's been 10 years or so. So I feel you're really going to look at stuff that you've had for a long time and say, you know what? I gotta be honest with myself. It's time to go. So I definitely see you decluttering your life in some way this month, and it's almost like a spring clean is what I see there. But the Tower energy can indicate some of you have been feeling a little bit stuck in some area of your life, and you're just feeling, you know what, it's time to liberate yourself, because the Tower can represent a repetitive cycle, or almost like a prison, where you've got into a position where you feel comfortable, but is it bordering on complacency? Like if you want to do new things or, have exciting new starts or experiences, some of you may be feeling that, you're in a routine that you need to shake up a little bit, and you may take a leap of faith in order to do that. And with the Tower energy, it says there, accept change. And it says, when opportunity knocks, open the door. And opportunity is definitely knocking for you this month. I mean, you've got a King of Cups here and a Page of Pentacles as your outcome energy. And it's also partnered with the Judgment card. So this means something on your life's mission or purpose path is showing up for you this month. And you're going to grab that opportunity with both hands. So it's a very exciting time for you. But as you can see there, we've got the Hierophant. Now, this can indicate that you're really looking at traditions, things that you usually or typically do. You feel it's time to shake up the system a little bit. For some of you, the Tower and the Hierophant, it can represent some sort of major change or merge in your working environment that really is a change to the status quo. It could be like middle management or even like hierarchical figures in your career sector are being restructured or changed. And you're wondering, how do you fit into these things? For some of you, I mean, if you've come to this reading and you lost your job or were made redundant, you may be still shook that something that you had that felt very stable has suddenly just been taken away from you. And whilst at the same time it is scary and nerve-wracking, it's actually freeing and liberating and also thrilling, because it means you're on the next steps. Like many years ago when I was in a very toxic work environment, and I basically had a decision to make. Do I stay? Do I leave? But it paid so well, and they treated me really badly. It was a very toxic environment, and the stubborn part of me and the scared part of me said, I can't leave. I need the money. I need to pay my bills, look after my family. I can't do this, even though I knew it was breaking me and it was chipping away at my soul, and people were just plain mean at this place. It was just, I was constantly ill at this place as well, always feeling unwell because, there was low workers' morale, all of the things. But part of me one day just suddenly stood up in this meeting and was like, I'm leaving. And the other part of me inside was like, what are you doing? Sit down, shut up. You need this job. And then this boldness came from me. And it was like, I can't do this anymore. It was a straw that broke the camel's back. And I left. And I kid you not, it's the best thing that ever happened, because it freed me up from something that I kept myself so stuck in. So I feel, it opened me to a world of potential and possibilities. And that's what's happening for you this month. Something that you're letting go of, even if you've just been made redundant, it is a portal of change that sees you move into a new opportunity. We've got the Page of Pentacles here. So a new job is becoming available to you. Something that you'll love because it's King of Cups energy. And it could also bring more status. Leadership role is what I see here. Some sort of management role or some sort of leveling up in some way where you love what you do. But ultimately with the Page of Pentacles, also there's an energy of an increase in your finances, because I feel this is when you utilize your skill set. Some of you may have even hit like a glass ceiling in your career at this moment in time, and you feel like there's no room for maneuver. So you feel, either you stay stagnant where you're at, or you shake up the system by either leaving or actually going to your boss and saying, hey, look, you know what, I need to be a little bit more stretched. I need to level up. Is there a chance of a promotion or a raise or some sort of room for maneuver in this environment? And if the answer is no, then I definitely see that you're leaving something in order to move into something new. But if you ask, I actually see that you negotiate a better deal, and you may cut some things out that you don't like about your job, but also I see you getting like a new title or a new status that will bring in like a promotion or raise energy there as well. But this is a time for change, and it is the protagonist energy, which means you are in control of this change, okay? Now, also what I'm getting with this is some of you, especially with the Hierophant, it could be something that is in your diet, for example, that you've always had in your diet. Perhaps you really like it, it's really nice, but you may feel it's either making you feel bloated or, fluctuating your emotions or your hormones in some way, or it's making you cranky and making you feel really like, extra pressure, intense highs, intense lows. I feel like you're cutting it out. You've been thinking about doing this for some time, and it may have been on your like intentions list for the new year, but actually I see you seriously cutting it out completely this month, because it comes to like a critical point where you're like, no, not doing this anymore. Can't do it. But in this position, the Tower is working for you, not against you. It's liberating you out of a very stuck situation. But it's also an indication that you must remove something to expose the truth. So some of you, you could be like exposing a person, especially a person who has high status there. Some of you may be like a whistleblower on something this month, or something that you've been keeping secret, because we've got the King of Swords here. You've been mulling it over. The High Priestess in this position is like you've been keeping something to yourself. You don't trust something, but you feel in order to move forward, you have to voice it. It doesn't have to be in a working environment. It could be with a friendship, could be in a relationship. There's something on your mind that you have to have an honest conversation about, and I feel you can't hold it anymore. Now is the time to release your truth. That's what I'm feeling this month, releasing your truth there. But the Tower, the Tower can also indicate complacency. We get comfortable in life with certain things that we do. And Aries, you're a fire element. You're here to be a maverick, to shake things up. You're a very passionate person. Eventually, if you feel like you're stuck in a rut or in a repetitive cycle, that fire in your soul rises up, and it is an indication that something needs to change. So you could have like an epiphany moment this month where suddenly you know what to do and you know how to move forward with something, but ultimately it's always for your highest good. It's like a paradigm shift. Seeing something from a different perspective allows you to launch something or take a leap of faith, and I feel it could be an unconventional thing as well. So you may shock some people in your current circumstances with the changes that you're making. They may not even agree with the changes that you're making. So for example, if your family always wanted you to be a lawyer, and suddenly you're like, you know what, actually I'm going to be a ballet dancer, right? And they'd be like, that's not what we thought you'd be doing, and we paid lots of money for you to train to do that, or we paved the way for you to do that. And you're like, well, this is my life. I'm living it the way I want to, so I'm living life on my own terms. And I definitely get this energy of independence happening here for you as well. Now, we do have the Hierophant, and we have the Moon. And, I can't ignore the fact that this combination here can indicate that you have a healthy mistrust of government structures or institutions that perhaps, are in place to rule society. So some of you, especially with the overarching energy of the Tower can also represent keeping your eyes peeled should there ever be any sort of like fluctuations or anything to be shocked by. I actually feel, my beautiful Aries, that you are shocked by quite a lot of what is going on at the moment, and how we've all, reached this level of craziness in, the space of a couple of years. So I feel, you're in preparation mode to some degree is what I see there. For some of you with the Tower, the Moon card, and the Hierophant, it could mean something as very simple as like a power cut. Like suddenly electricity is like gone, and the Moon, it's like you're in the dark. You're having to use alternative sources to illuminate your circumstances, because the Moon cannot shine all by itself. It needs an alternative source like the sun in order to illuminate. And then of course we've got the Hierophant. Some of you may be like reaching out, trying to get advice from people who are in positions to help you there as well. So I would always say, if you haven't experienced the power cuts yet, because they are coming. I had, one happen, a major one at the end of last year. And of course, there are so many crazy weather cycles going on around the world at the moment as well. It's only a matter of time before pretty much everyone has some sort of power outage. We also have some major solar flares coming. So there will be like a power cut that kind of coincides with one of those major ones. I mean, there is a hotbed, shall we say, is what I'm seeing right now, around about the very end of February. Okay, so that could bring like a potential there for major power out in some areas. So, having things like torches and a little bit of extra water, food, all of that happening, I feel you're aware, because the tower is to be aware of potential circumstances, especially since it's in your protagonist energy. If it was in any other sort of position in your chart, I would say that, you could be taken unawares at some point this month, but I feel some of you are, getting over a shock as well, and you're feeling a little bit uncertain about the way forward. And the Hierophant can indicate some of you may want advice in some area, and you may get a really good mentor who helps you. I would say, if you're dealing with anything that's on your mind here, because we have the World card, something that's ongoing, King of Swords in a resistance position, it could be somebody that you don't trust, or it could be, an institution that you don't trust, or it could be like, perhaps you've had something occur that you really have to think about before you actually move forward on it. I would definitely say get good advice there and take a pause, okay? But I actually see that the universe is orchestrating some moments behind the scene for you to elevate and thrive and really come to your aid in some way, and send like something that you've been praying for or you've been asking the universe for. It is going to show up for you, okay? Now, thank you so much. I'm so grateful. I am being given this energy, and I mean, this could happen to pretty much all of us. I see a moment where you cannot find your keys this month. Okay, it's so random. It's just coming up there, and I just heard it's the last place you left them. I mean, what a thing to say. My guides are very funny sometimes, but let me just see if I can tap into that. Okay. For some of you, just be a little bit mindful of coming out of your car, okay? Because you could drop a very important or influential bunch of keys, like by your car, okay? I don't feel it's car keys, but they're just showing me someone getting out of a car and keys dropping. So just watch out for that. That's definitely not going to resonate with everyone, but just give it a second look before you walk away from your vehicle, because I feel there's a potential there for something to either drop out of your pocket as you're getting out of the car, or out of your bag if, you've got a lot of stuff going on there. So just watch out for that as well. You will find these keys. I just want you to be aware. You will find them. Now, moving on, let's get to the Hierophant energy, because the Hierophant is about having faith. And it's about, even though there are destructive forces surrounding us all right now, it's really about having faith, because the Moon card is an energy of, keeping your intuition heightened, preparing for any shocks and surprises. But also, I feel this is about you recovering from a situation. So some of you could be healing from a situation right now, and you're trying to build your strength, but also trying to reestablish your faith during a difficult period. And I see that the universe is going to show you a reason to believe. Okay, so some of you beautiful Aries out there, you may be struggling with something. Not all, I totally accept that, but I am getting a pocket of energy popping up there. Something that perhaps you felt was immobile or unchangeable. You may have felt that you've been working really hard towards something and it always feels like you're in the same position. That's going to change, and I feel there is major progress happening here for you as well. Now, also, the Hierophant can indicate a period of study. So some of you will be submerging yourself in a book or in like a class online or in person. But the Hierophant is to develop and to learn more stuff. I mean, it could also be that you're thinking about becoming a teacher or a tutor or a mentor in some way, because you are someone who is highly skilled at what you do. You're very gifted and very talented. I mean, even if you are retired, I see some of you either becoming a consultant, dipping in and out of the working environment just to earn like a little bit extra money to line and help your pension in some way. But also it could be that you're thinking about setting up a course of learning to have it as like passive income tipping over in the side there, because I do see an increase in finances here for you. For some of you, it could be that you're going to launch like a second stream of income or a business venture or an idea. But also I feel, in order to avoid pitfalls of what can happen when launching things, especially if it's, needing any legal documents or, any sort of contracts there, please get advice, or, YouTube is a great sort of tool to look at videos free online of how to do things. You know, whenever I'm stuck, because I'm not very good with technical things, I get on the old YouTube and like, how do I do this, or video to do this? And, you know, there is a wealth of knowledge out there. So whether you're trying to set up your own channel, whether you're trying to work out how to fix your alarm system, whatever it is, I definitely get a sense here you're learning about it and you're in control of it as well. But the main energy I get is you reshaping your world and, you know, trying to keep a healthy balance of, you know, things that you traditionally do, but also be a little bit more maverick and do exciting things that are against the grain or a little bit different. Now, the Moon card, of course, this is a very soul-searching time for you. I mean, for some of you, these two cards with a tower, if you're in a high-level commitment with somebody, they may pop the question, because a tower literally means surprise, okay? Or you may even surprise somebody with an engagement proposal there as well. So with the Moon card, this can be about romance, you know, romancing your life. And the Hierophant is a marriage card. So there could be a strong potential for you or your partner to be surprised there. Some of you, it could be that your partner is like keeping a secret, that they're waiting for the right moment to declare their love for you, because you have the King of Cups there. And as you can see, there's a declaration of love and offering themselves up to you for the long term, and that they're really like making the effort. And if you're in a high level commitment relationship already, I definitely see that, you know, you are going to deepen your connection with this person. But also I feel there is the potential here with the because I've got the Hangman here and the Devil along with the Judgment card. I feel like there's a potential of some sort of vacation or trip that you and your person are thinking about going on, but then you suddenly decide to delay it. And I feel it's better to delay it, because then both of you won't be so pressured with exterior sort of circumstances, and you'll be in the right frame of mind to go on this vacation. So I'm just seeing that there as well. But I definitely see you are both remembering what you fell in love with each other in the first place for. Now the Moon card, of course, also connects to your hopes, fears, and wishes as well. So some of you could be really looking at your shadow self this month, really looking at the lessons that the universe has sent you and how you can establish your boundaries in a healthier way. Also, the Moon card indicates something hidden comes to light. And you've got the Tower there, the Hierophant. So this could be like rules or regulations or policies that are changing that you were not aware of. For some of you, you may even need to revisit a contract or a clause in a contract to see if the changes that are occurring were actually in your initial contract. And if they weren't, some of you may actually take legal action or decide to get advice on how to proceed further there as well. But as you can see, the Moon there, we've got the wonderful bat, which means your senses are heightened at this time. Now, because you have the World there, for some of you, it's, you know, what's going on in the world at the moment. You feel your emotions are running high. Your intuition is like on point, and you're just trying to work out if you're in the right position, putting your plans in place should there ever be any sort of conflict that you're worried about. I feel like you're in a really good position and you're having the right thoughts at this time without being paranoid, is what I see there as well. Remember, there are balancing energies occurring. But some of you may hear a secret that shocks you, or someone may tell you a piece of information that really helps you on your learning path. And some of you are really going to dive deep this month into the unknown. Okay, some of you may be interested in the mysterious world that we live in, the mysteries of life, shall we say. So you may like submerge yourself in a documentary about the unknown, about the spirit world, or like UFOs, or the occult, or something like that, or even like conspiracies, they call them. What do they say? I'm just getting a sentence that comes out there. Conspiracies, you know, the only difference between a conspiracy and truth is 6 months. I mean, I don't know if that's true. I just heard it, so that's what I heard. So maybe that's what somebody just said out there right now. But, you know, we all love to sit down sometimes and watch a documentary. But the difference between you, my beautiful Aries, and sometimes the majority is that you'll watch the documentary and you'll look at it and think, that was really interesting. And then you'll go squirreling away to find the truth on it, to see if it actually was true. So this could be a really great month for you to dive deep into that as well. Now, we do have the High Priestess. It's in the resistance position, okay? So that can indicate some of you are, as I said, there's a healthy mistrust of certain narratives are in play, but also I get a sense here of some of you may have felt like you lost out on an opportunity, or you lost out on something, or you felt that something was unfair. And I feel like you're trying to sort of guide yourself through it. I definitely get a sense here that you're not only developing your intuition, but also a heightened sense of awareness and connecting to your higher self as well. Okay, so developing your spiritual gifts and your psychic abilities is something that appeals to you at this time, and also is something that you are highly connected to, especially since your 11th house of hopes and wishes is starred for you this month. This is all about your manifestation skills. They are stronger than usual, so set an intention and watch the universe deliver people or opportunities to help you. And some of you may feel a little bit more sociable than usual and have a desire to connect to social circles or networks for business. Also, the internet will work really well for you when we're not having a power outage, of course. But the internet, if you're thinking about setting up an online business, this is going to be very, very successful for you indeed, especially since you've got the King of Swords there. Swords connect to the ether, to the internet. So I feel this could be a powerful time to launch like a business idea or launch something online that is going to bring in extra finances for you as well. Also, your 6th house, daily routines, is going to take over for mid-month. This is all about your schedules, focusing on work, or if you're not in the working environment, paying bills, savings plans, budgets, repayment plans, projects, basically your responsibilities and tasks. In this house, it may feel a little bit like dull and boring because it feels like nothing really is happening. It all feels the same, but actually it's really important to keep your life running smoothly so that you can find space and time to do other things that are more enjoyable. Also, you'll be focused a little bit more on your health this month, and you may even restart a diet or an exercise plan, or even pay close attention to your sleeping patterns this month as well. But the High Priestess, it says, develop your intuition. Your intuition is the key to unlocking your dream. So you really are paying close attention to your dreams and goals, and some of you may enroll on a course of studying in order to make those dreams or goals become a reality, to level up. So it could be an upskilling time for you, but also I do see that some of you, there may be a person, because we've got the King of Swords here in the resistance position, maybe a person who is in a position of power right now, who you really are being sort of very critical about this person, that they are corrupt. Intuitively, I feel like you are right. Okay. And with the World card, I feel this is something that's ongoing. So, I mean, it could be a boss who's abusing their power in a situation at your career. Could be a neighbor who's trying to enforce their will over something like a party wall, or a piece of land, or even like doing something in the community that perhaps isn't very nice, and you may be like keeping an eye on that and documenting things. For some of you, there may be an energy of someone who's closer to you that you feel is hiding something from you right now, and you are digging a little bit deeper this month. With the King of Cups, I'm going to pull a card on it because I feel that actually it's nothing to worry about, but I'm just going to pull a card on it just to be sure. Page of Pentacles, you got the same card there as well. I feel like they're making an effort to keep a secret from you because it's something positive. It's like it could be something for your birthday, like a birthday surprise. I know your birthday is not up until the March month into April, but it could be something they're trying to plan behind the scenes, and their exterior is they're working all secret, and it's so obvious, but at the same time they're trying to do something really good. King of Cups there tells me, I was going to say King of Hearts there, King of Cups there tells me that their heart is in the right place. So yeah, that's what's coming through there as well. Now, for some of you, this is just popping up, which is unusual, but I will give it to you. Some of you, especially if you have a very traditional type family unit or a very traditional type upbringing, and if you are very interested in like the occult, or you're really interested in like tarot or spirituality, you may feel like you're a little bit like on the outside looking in, that you're a bit of a wolf, lone wolf, like maverick type energy. You may feel that people don't really understand what you're about. And I don't feel like you have to defend who you are or what you're doing. I feel like you're very independent, but I feel there is a family member who sees what you're into, and they're into it too, but they've just kept it to themselves. So you may actually find that they've got a book on it, or they used to, learn about it themselves. And I feel like you're going to have a really bonding conversation with that family member or friend, whoever it is, that initially you feel that they're against it or they just don't understand you. But actually, I feel it's something that they used to do themselves, but they evolved away from it. They sort of, matured and said it's not for them anymore. And I feel they see a part of themselves in you. Okay, that's coming through. That's very random, but it's just popped up there. Page of Pentacles, financial news. Okay. So with the High Priestess and the King of Swords and the World card, some of you may have been a bit worried about finances. You may have seen, of course, we're all seeing it, price of living going up there. Some of you may be looking for alternative sources of finances just to keep yourself in a financially secure position. This could come through like a new project or a new role, or even setting up something like an entrepreneurship, something that you're in charge of, because we have the King of Cups here. But because the King of Swords is there, anything that's in the reverse, it will go into the upright. I feel like you are strategizing a plan, and you may be keeping these plans to yourself at this time, something you're working really hard on, and I feel like you're just waiting for the right moment to move forward on it. I just feel that these two cards are like plans in motion that are connected to your goals, and you will reach your goal. You're going to be very, very successful there, and I feel like you're going to be super organized. I really feel that there is something that had the potential to catch you off guard this month, but your intuition is bang on point. So I feel actually you catch it before it catches you. That's the energy that I'm picking up there as well. But the King of Swords, to be super organized and to be, completely in the flow of vitality, great ideas. You also have authority over your mind. Any doubt that comes to the fore, you're able to push through it. Thoughts become things, and I feel like fortune really favors the bold. I really feel like you're moving forward on your plans, and you're not allowing anything to get in the way of your changes and your transformation. For some of you, if you're already an entrepreneur, you may have felt that the season has been a little bit slow. It will picks up better pace as you move through February. But also some of you may be thinking about relocating, or really thinking about where you feel like you belong in the world. You may be wondering, if you can get like a sense of duality, okay, is what I'm getting there. So some of you may be looking at like dual citizenship, or you're looking at, changing where you live in some way, emigrating, or maybe just like, if you're really lucky, you may be getting a holiday home, or thinking about it, or even saving for it right now. Some of you, if you are retiring, okay, I definitely get a sense here that you're thinking about where you belong in relation to where your family or your nearest and dearest are located, and you may have the best of both worlds there too. I feel like you may travel, but not too far away. But also, I feel like you're going to be super focused on your projects and just getting really organized on things that you feel require your attention. This is an energy of prioritizing this month so that you don't get caught off guard. I mean, with the World card in the upright, because it will go into the upright there, it does tend to tell me that you're going to be very productive, very goal-oriented. You will reach your goals. You're going to be on top of any sort of deadlines or any dates that are important. I would say also with the King of Swords and the World card, there could be a moment where some sort of communication or correspondence is lost in the mail, okay? I mean, it could also be a package, but I'm seeing some sort of, I feel it's more correspondence gets lost in translation somewhere, and it could cause a bit of frustration. There is a temptation to let it really frustrate you and anger you. That's around a bit mid-month, but I actually feel that, you'll get it sorted, so there's nothing to worry about. But I want you to be aware of that as well. Now, the World card also tells me that you're going to be in the right place at the right time to meet the right opportunities. And if you are in a career environment, I see that you are a pro at what you do. You are leadership material. If you're not in a leadership position just yet, I feel there could be a promotion in the works, especially since we've got King of Cups energy here as well. But some of you, I also feel, you're trying to either have like second streams of income, or you're trying to like have a bit of a change of direction. Like you may work in the same sort of sector or utilize the skills that you've got and move into a different environment, maybe even a new role. Some of you may have put your resume out there and you're trying to find a new role. And I feel it's a fresh new start. It's more in alignment with your life's purpose. And I feel it's an exciting time for you to level up there. And again, there's a little small increase in money there for you as well. Now, some of you beautiful Aries, I'm going to have to pull a card on this. With the High Priestess and the King of Swords and the World card, this can indicate unfinished business with somebody that you think about from time to time, but they've gone a bit silent on you, or you've withdrawn from this person because you do not trust them. So let me just pull a quick card on this for you. Thank you so much. Six of Pentacles, you may have felt this person breadcrumbed you. You may have felt that you overgave to this person. You were looking for reciprocity in this situation. This person, I just get an energy, yeah, they hurt you, and I feel like you're maturing and sort of moving on from this. But I feel like it's almost like you are trying to hold yourself back and not get involved in this. I feel like they may reach out, but with the Ten of Pentacles there, there's an odd energy, so I just need to pull one more card. Okay. I feel like they do want a fresh new start. They want to invest fully in a relationship with you, but it's almost like they try to brush all the hurt under the carpet. They kind of like return to your life like nothing ever happened. And I feel you're not allowing this person to get away with that. Okay, so what I see here is that if you are looking for love, or even if you're not, there is still the potential for an ex to come back there. With the Devil card, if you're in a high-level commitment with someone else, the Devil card can represent an element of temptation. Now, I don't see that you're tempted to connect to a person from the past and string your partner along. I don't see that at all. But I feel there may be a temptation to not tell your partner that the person sort of reached out, because you don't want to put a fly in the ointment, okay? And I feel, of course, with the King of Swords being present, truth and integrity saves the day. So it's better to be in the open with something rather than your partner finding out later on that, you know, someone from your past reached out, and although you didn't connect to it and you don't even want to connect to that, because I see that you're looking forward only, not backwards, I feel it would have been best to sort of say, hey, guess who sort of showed up in my email box recently, and I told them what for, or I ignored it and deleted it. It's better to be honest and open there, okay? I mean, you do you, my beautiful Aries. I'm not telling you how to do life. You'll do it your own way, but I do see there's a potential there later on down the line for there to be a little bit of pressure if it doesn't come out in the open just now. Now, all these cards indicate some sort of fresh new start for you, that you could be very successful in a leadership role, but also I feel there's a new project or a breath of fresh air coming in your life right now that sees you in a really good position to earn more money. It's hard work. Don't burn yourself out, is what I see there. I mean, if you really look at it, you're going from a Six of Pentacles on a personal level to a Ten of Pentacles, which is an increase in money for you there. This can also be like full investment in your future, being able to save. And the Emperor energy there as well is like leadership position, or being really strict with your plans, and, you know, being very self-sufficient, but very organized to not waste your time, and to, you know, stick to your plans and strategize for the future. Your future self will thank you, because the path that you're on right now, you're creating stability for yourself and your family. It is hard work. The Nine of Wands indicates it difficult, okay? Also, there's an energy here of questioning, okay? Is there an easier way to do what you do already? Is it a matter of like rescheduling time? Is it a matter of, you know, cutting out some distractions? What is it? I'm getting an energy here of you sort of pinpointing something that drains your time and your energy and your resources this month, and you're not allowing it to get in your way of success. Also, the Six of Wands is a card of celebration, victory, reaching a pinnacle point that you will celebrate this month. So there could be some really awesome news coming in here, because you keep getting a Page of Pentacles. Pages bring news. Something about, you know, something that's already in motion that you're currently working towards, that you've been putting an effort into. You will celebrate this. Some of you may even apply for like a college or some sort of like important role there, or even like to join some sort of community-based group or perhaps a door that's always remained shut for you is now opening this month, and you will celebrate this. It's a time to be recognized and have victory in your life. So Six of Wands is good news. It is success, but it's also, if you have been in training, it could be that you're going to get that certification or qualification that sees you level up in some way and put you in a really good position to take a leap of faith, okay? You've started with the Tower there. Now, if you know the Rider-Waite Tarot, there are two figures that leap into the unknown on the Tower, okay? The lightning bolt hits the crown chakra, which is to know there needs to be change, to have an epiphany that something needs to be different in your life. And then the two figures, they kind of represent sort of two paths. One person is flipped backwards. Perhaps I should show you, so rather than describe it to you, could you please show me where thank you so much. So one figure is like flipping backwards out the window, which means they've been caught unawares. And the other one is jumping out the window. So that means that they were prepared for this intuitively, and they took the leap before it had the potential to get really difficult. So as you can see there, this figure is like flying out backwards. So it's like they've been caught unawares. I feel like you're not going to be caught unawares this month, but there was a potential to be. And that figure there is just taking the leap of faith. So you're liberating yourself. You've chosen to take the leap. There's a new adventure opened up to you. But also I feel this is about, you having more fun, because the Emperor energy, it indicates the world is a pretty serious place right now, and you may have also found you have a lot of responsibility on your shoulders, and you're just doing life. You're working really hard, try to, collect as much money as you can to create stability for you and the people that you care about. And it's hard, okay? It's hard to be a leader. It's hard to get up every day and be motivated and keep on moving, even though sometimes it feels like the world is against you, or even sometimes, one day you can be super motivated and have all the energy, and then the next day you can have low energy, low vitality, no motivation, and you're just, going through the fluctuations. Especially with the Moon card present, it can indicate some of your emotions and your energy sources are going to fluctuate this month, so you're going to be working with the resources that you've got in this moment. There's a time for pause and there's a time for action. And with the Fool card present, this is a reminder that yes, things are pretty serious and hectic, and you're in control of things, but remember to have fun. Remember that inner child that needs to play. Otherwise, life gets pretty dull and boring. So the history of the Emperor energy, basically the card used to have a fool in the background of the card, which was always there to remind the Emperor not to be so serious and to remember that he too was once a child or someone who is really curious about the world. So I feel that, even though you've got a certain repetitive routine or cycle in your life, be open to curiosity. You are, the Fool card. Basically, the Fool card is an Aries card. So you are the maverick of the zodiac. You are the curious, youthful person who rarely looks your age. You are the person who is interested in new things. So I find this energy coming through right now of you being excited and curious about what else is on offer, whether it's new hobbies, new environments, new people, community, whatever it is. I definitely get a sense that you're connecting to newness this month, and I feel like you're just doing things differently. You're vibing differently this month. Now, as your outcome energy, we also have the Hangman, okay? And it says there, improve your life. Always listen to your intuition. I mean, every card pretty much this month is to have faith and improve your intuition, to tap into that sense of instinct that you naturally have. But also the Hangman can indicate you're really looking at the sacrifices that you make in order to, get the life that you truly deserve and desire. And I feel some of you, you're putting an end to an old way of something that could be restricting you or holding you back, whether that's doubt, whether that's a person and their expectations, whether it's toxic environments or even food substances, whatever it is, I feel like you are exposing it to yourself, being really honest, and you're letting go of something in order to grasp something else. So I feel it's a very positive time to manifest all you deserve and desire there. Of course, the Hangman is also about learning, okay? And the Hangman actually puts himself on the tree of life to gain wisdom. So I feel like you are looking at your life and seeing, how can I learn from this situation? So if something has shocked you or shaken your foundations, you're not just going to let it remain stationary or stagnant in the energy. You're looking at, what could I learn from this situation so that I can be in a stronger position next time and never let it occur again, okay? And we also have the Devil card here. Now, this is about embracing your passions. I love this deck. It's an incredible Arcana Dreams Tarot deck there. And this is basically an energy of allowing your passions to lead the way, okay? But it also says don't allow fears to hold you back or rule your actions. And that's a really important message for us all globally at the moment, because fear is a limiter. You know, it puts us in a little box and keeps us there, stuck. So I feel now is a time to thrive and come out of your comfort zone. Also, the Devil card is not an evil card. It actually happens for everybody on their journey. That's why it's in the major arcana cards. It's basically identifying an area where you feel truly stuck in your life and have been helpless to change a certain situation. So whether it is you're feeling really lonely right now and you're looking for soul tribe members, or whether you're looking for love, because of course this is Valentine's Day month, either way, I feel like you're coming out of your comfort zone to do things differently. You're embracing the uncertainty and trying to romance your life a little bit more so that you can get the best out of it. Intentional living, okay? So I definitely see that you are doing that there as well. Now I'm just going to quickly pull a card on the Devil card for you. Because it could also indicate that some of you, you know, if you feel you're entering into a toxic environment, or you feel you're currently in a toxic environment, suddenly you're listening to your true calling. Your guides are trying to take you out of that circumstance so that you can, you're ending it, basically. Ten of Swords, end, done. It's over. You're disconnecting from it. And I feel there is something big that is kind of coming to an end in your life, whether it is like a temptation to return to an ex because they come in really strong and then they sort of do the same thing, promise the world, deliver nothing. Maybe, you know, you are someone who thought maybe one day they will mature and they will see that you are someone who is so great. But remember, if they didn't see that from the very beginning, why should you give them a second chance? Give a chance to a person who sees your greatness the minute, the second that they step foot into your energy. So I feel actually this realization is working for you. This tower is an epiphany that is making major change in your life to empower you and help you disconnect from anything that is bringing you down or has the power to derail you in any shape or form. But the Ten of Swords, something is over. And it may have been painful, so I'm sending you a huge hug out there. Things can be very, very difficult, but I can see that there is a restructure for a reason. You know, when I lost my job, it was for a reason. You know, suddenly I was free and I was very scared. I thought, I need to pay the bills. What am I going to do? And I stayed very, very still for a moment. That's what your Hangman is about. Just pause, because the universe is trying to give you a message. And for many years, I had tried to sort of set something up by myself on the side. It was very artistic and I was really trying to be creative. But because I had that toxic job, it kept me stuck. I never had the time. And, you know, I also, you know, had my soul chipped away at. So ideas and inspiration were very low at that time. And things that I had strived so hard to achieve many years before I lost that job, suddenly they started to come to me easily. The universe was delivering. It's like everything you worked really hard for, now it's coming to you with ease. And I was like, I can't believe it. I can't believe it. So sometimes the universe takes something away from you that has the potential to be toxic or keep you stuck. Remember, the universe can see ahead into the future and knows what is good for you and what is not. So it will take something or somebody away in order to replace it with better things. And sometimes we hold on to those things that we know are not good for us because we're scared of letting go. And I feel this month is a big month of you letting go of something and feeling so free. Okay, it actually empowers you. Now, we also have the Judgment card. A lot of you are focusing on your life's purpose path. You're really listening to your calling. But also, it's the point of epiphany. You're at that fork in the road. You're reaching for something new. In order to do that, you must let go of something else. That's what I've just been saying. This is a rebirth of energy. You're going to have more energy, more drive, more focus, more ambition to get everything that you desire done. But also the Judgment card is a belief in yourself. It says, believe in yourself. A new spiritual path or direction is opening up for you. This is working for you, okay? And it may shock a lot of people, the path that you take, but that's okay because it's not their journey. And some people are not capable of going in the direction and achieving the success that you are. And again, that is okay because it is not their journey, it is yours. So for some of you, if you're in a career or, you know, maybe it's a neighbor or a person, if they're trying to micromanage you you in some way, they're going to watch you thrive from the sidelines. They're going to watch you elevate and fly from the sidelines. They're on the sidelines for a reason, and they have not stepped into their own power. They're too busy trying to pull other people down because they feel really low energy about themselves. So it will actually be a knock-on effect and help them make a realization about themselves as well. Now we do have the King of Cups, and this is all about love, okay? It's about following your heart, your desires. It's about you putting everything that you have into something that you love. 100%, you give it all the time, whether that's a relationship, whether that's a friendship, or whether that's, you know, a career, or whether that's about trying to get involved in like, you know, world events. Some of you, I'm getting real sort of humanitarian energy here, doing a little bit of charity work as well. But I feel there's an offering up. You know, offering ups of your heart, and you are manifesting what you desire in your heart on the physical plane, because then you're going to see real evidence. This is the dream. Cups are always connected to dreams, emotions, your heart space, and the Page of Pentacles there. Pentacles are always connected to, you know, the earthly plane, your plans being grounded, and, you know, you strategizing and making a practical effort to make them become your reality. You're applying yourself in some way. So some of you may decide to apply for a study in something that you love, or, you know, do a job that you love, a dream job opportunity comes through. But ultimately, I feel there's like a change in your finances, okay? Page of Pentacles, all those butterflies represent transformation. You're transforming your finances for the better, and you're committing yourself to your prosperity, okay? And this is going to be a month of undeniable evidence that your hard work is paying off, and that, you know, you're a doer. So I feel like you're making things happen. You're making your mark. So very exciting time. I do see there is an increase in finances here for you. And this could be that you are keeping a tight rein on your finances and just making sure that you stick to a budget or a plan. Some of you are thinking about traveling, a vacation, so you may be saving for that. I do see that you are able to save for that, and it's going to be an incredible time. But also, I feel, you know, you're going to be successful on your path to reaching your goals. It's going to be a busy month, okay? I definitely see that you're going to be on the go. With the Hangman, I feel around about the third week, you're really going to have to recharge your batteries, okay? Because I feel the last week of February is going to be super fast paced for you. And I feel, you know, you're going to be able to keep up, but I also feel, you know, you may want to take good quality rest during this time as well. Some of you may even withdraw to strategize on a plan that you're already working on behind the scenes. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide? Now, of course, it is Valentine's Day month, and if some of you are looking for love, I do see that there is a potential to meet somebody new. However, I want you to be aware, you give your all in a relationship, and I'm just being given this energy of make sure you allow the other person to come towards you as well. Reciprocity is key. So, you know, you may be an overgiver sometimes, my beautiful Aries. It's like you don't have to like give it all out about you. Remain mysterious, or, you know, keep some mystery in the date. So, for example, like, I'm just going to give you an example. I'm not saying this is something that you do, and I'm not saying this is something that you might do either, but I'm just being given this as an example right now. For example, if you were in a high-level commitment in the past and that person cheated on you and lied on you, you know, you don't have to mention that to the new person in the date, because I feel you'll get to discover these intimate things about you and the other person eventually, okay? Get to know about each other. You know, I know that experience may have shaped who you are and influenced how you operate in love, but almost see it like a fresh start, like you're a bright, you know, sparkly soul that is looking to connect to somebody else. And you're just really interested in that person, and they're interested in you, and the baggage is left at the door. Now, of course, that person may also sort of give you some information. Of course, then, you know, let it happen and flow naturally. But I'm just being given this energy that sometimes when we meet the wrong person, if we sort of say, first of all, you know, I was cheated on and lied to, that person can use that information as ammunition later on if they're not the right person. But I feel, you know, you'll intuitively know if you're meeting the right person or not. Let me just pull a card on it, because we've got the card of commitment here. So the full card, fresh new start, the Emperor, you've matured. I mean, These two cards keep coming out for you. They are both Aries cards. It's like, be your wonderful self, you know, have confidence in yourself, allow yourself to be that playful side, allow yourself to be that serious side. You know, this is a time for embracing all aspects of yourself because you're awesome. You have a lot to offer, and you deserve someone who is a high level commitment. So this is basically telling me fresh new start, take that leap of faith, go for it. And the Emperor is a divine counterpart. Okay, I feel a divine counterpart is coming in your way. Someone who's mature enough and strong enough to walk by your side. It could also be someone who's Aries as well. Okay, someone who has, you know, I feel like they may be a little bit younger than you, but they have the maturity to know what they want in a relationship. But I'm going to move away from that energy now. We have cleverness. Okay, so using your intelligence, especially since you have the King of Swords there, thoughts become things, and your strategizing is incredible. And I feel like getting everything in order, being decisive about what you want, that puts all your plans in motion to accomplish whatever it is you set out to. Carefully craft your next move to use the problem to your advantage. Your cleverness will serve you well. Quick-witted, crafty, and skillful. Okay, so you're getting the best out of life that best can be. We've also got commitment. Now, this doesn't have to be in terms of a love relationship, but because we've got such passionate energy here at the beginning, it could be that your partner pops the question if you're not engaged or married just yet, or asks you to move in with them. And if you're already in a high level commitment, it could be about renewing your vows, or also, as I said, I feel there's some sort of change afoot in your relationship with this person, and you may delay a vacation or a holiday, but it's going to be one of the best holidays ever. Got commitment to this next stage in your development, and there will be a promise fulfilled in some form. And it says they're long-term, determined, and you're all in. Okay, and also we've got fresh start. So again, you keep getting the Fool card, which means leap of faith. Something new, an adventure is opening up for you that you're going to take a chance on, and it's a wonderful new beginning there. It says this new chapter will require you to take a leap of faith in the process, which is right in front of you. New beginnings, new possibilities. And that's why they wanted me to get that tower energy out, because it's like you're going to take a leap of faith. It's going to liberate you, and it's actually going to put you in a great position to enjoy life on your own terms. So I'm just going to go and get a trinket or a room before we go. Now, also before we move forward, they're also giving me an image in the water right now, and it's of one of those like heartbeat monitors type thing. Okay, I'm just seeing that right now. So either this means that like you're going to like increase your cardio this month, or perhaps this could mean that there's going to be some chemistry between you and a person that increases your heart rate. I mean, it could also indicate for some of you, not all of you, and I don't want you to be worried. It's either something that you've already had an appointment for. It could be that you're using an ECG monitor or something to monitor your heartbeat in some way, and you have an appointment this month. Okay, so it could be related to that. But actually, I feel it's like following your heart or monitoring how your heart feels, really checking in with yourself to see if you're on the right path. And I feel like you are sort of tweaking your plan. The goal is the same, and I feel like you reach your goal, but I feel your approach is different, and it feels really exciting and new. Okay, so you could also see lots of images of that sort of heartbeat, heart rate monitor type graph that I can see right now. And it just could be an indication that there is going to be something to celebrate that, you know, makes your heart beat faster. Okay, so I'll leave it there. We got the dolphins. Look at that, which is to enjoy the moment, to find time to play. But also, dolphins are highly intuitive. They are so intelligent. And, you know, they've got that sonar, you know, which is like a radius where they can sort of judge their surroundings and be prepared. And I feel that really did come up in your reading. But also, you know, I can't really remember why they do it, but they blow those sort of like sound bubbles or vibration bubbles in the water. I'm going to have to look it up after this. But I feel it could be to like, it feels intentional to perhaps, you know, hunt for fish or something. Maybe it's that to, yeah, I'm just going to look that up because I'm not really sure what else I'm getting from that. But I'm just seeing dolphins now in the water using that skill that they've got in order to change their environments. And it's not just to blow rings. It's not to blow bubbles. I feel like it has a purpose, like to catch fish. So it's like to catch abundance. You have a strategy or a plan or a unique skill set that will benefit you in catching your goal or catching an opportunity. Okay, so I'll leave it there. Oh, wow, we've got the spider. Okay, now the spider, I just said catch, and we've got the spider there. So spiders' webs, spiders, they're always considered good luck, but it can also be that you are the architect of your dreams. Okay, so something you are weaving right now, the web that you're weaving is going to catch all your plans and goals. But also it can indicate something that had the potential to catch you up or trip you up. You avoid it. And also, we've got the ring as well. I mean, that's double ring now. So that can indicate commitment, whether your partner's going to pop the question, or it could be a contract that's coming through, or you looking at your commitments and seeing what drains your energy, and can you sort of rearrange things to create more space and time for you. You know, this is not really a diamond, but it's sort of like sort of representing a diamond there, and diamonds are formed under pressure, and the tower energy is pressure. So I feel like you are reshaping your landscape because there has been some pressure, but it's actually going to put you in a really great position to get better prosperity and also be very clear about what it is that you need to do for the next steps on your path. Big month, my beautiful Aries, for February. Okay, so I'll leave it there. I hope something resonates in this reading for you. If it does, please like and subscribe to my channel. Completely free for you. All you have to do is press a little bell that lets you know when I update my next message. It lets me know that you resonate with the reading, which is so important for me too. And before I leave, I was going to mention this, but I didn't. I just forgot, and I was picking up the energy. But my guides are literally reminding me of when I came to your reading. I went to light a match for the candle there. And when I took the match out of the box, it was actually fused together with another match. So it's two matches with the little sort of redheads fused together. And, you know, that really was like this sort of togetherness energy coming from your reading right at the beginning, before I even started. And like someone perhaps, you know, reigniting that spark, whether it's someone inspiring you or someone there is chemistry with. I definitely see this as a month where, you know, things hot up for you as well. So it was a really exciting image. And then I was just holding it back. I didn't actually light it. I lit another one because I was going to hold it up for you in the reading to show you. But then the way I held it, I accidentally broke it apart. So I'm sorry about that. But anyway, I'll move on from that. But it was just a wonderful image at the beginning. I wish I'd taken a photo of it before, but I didn't. I missed out. I'll leave it there. Thank you so much, my beautiful Aries, and love and light.